Most people think a dog's love is simple, just tail wags, face licks, or snuggling at your feet. But what if I told you? Dogs have a secret language, written in the tiny gestures you see every day but never truly understand. Every head rest, every sigh, every glance is a story, a way of saying, I trust you. I belong with you. It's not just love. It's a deep bond and emotion that goes beyond instinct and becomes a soulful connection between human and dog. Picture this. You walk into your house after a long, tiring day. Your dog runs up tail, wagging eyes glowing, then gently leans into you. You smile, give them a pat on the head, and move on. But to your dog, that moment is sacred. They're saying, you're home. My world is whole again. In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful signs that show your dog doesn't just like you. They're deeply bonded to you. Not tricks, not trained responses. These are ancient signals passed down from their pack ancestors, now transformed into the purest language of love. You'll understand why dogs mirror your emotions, why they bring you strange items, and why a simple lean against you can mean, I trust you with my life. And once you understand that language, every little thing your dog does becomes more magical than ever. Let's begin. 10. They mirror your emotions. Have you ever noticed your emotions seem to rub off on your dog? When you're happy, they zoom around. When you're sad, they lie quietly by your side. When you're anxious, their eyes grow restless too. That's no coincidence. Scientists call it emotional contagion. According to a 2023 study published in Frontiers in Psychology, a dog's heart rate and hormone levels can shift based on their owner's emotional state. When you're calm, their heart rate slows. When you're stressed, they may pace circle or gently nudge you as if to ask, are you okay? For dogs, reading human emotions is a survival skill. Thousands of years of living with humans have shaped them not just to obey, but to understand. They read your shoulders, hands, eyes, breath, every tiny cue. And when they sense something's off, their first instinct is to come closer. That's not neediness. That's unconditional love. A breathing mirror that reflects every emotion you send out and responds only with gentleness. So the next time you sigh and your dog walks over to rest their head on your lap, don't brush it off as a fluke. That's their way of saying, I feel you, and I'm here with you. But their love isn't limited to just emotions. Sometimes they'll bring you a gift, small maybe, but full of heart. Number 9. They bring you strange things. Ever seen your dog bring you a sock, a slipper, or even a random stick? You laugh, thinking it's just being silly, but that action actually carries a much deeper meaning. In a dog's world, sharing scent is a way of bonding. When your dog brings you something that smells like you or smells like them, it's their way of saying, this is our scent. This is family. According to the American Kennel Club, carrying objects is an ancient behavior once used by wolves to share trust and security within the pack. When a dog brings you their treasures, a bone, a ball, or a favorite toy, they're showing complete trust. Sometimes they don't even wait for you to throw it. They just lay it at your feet, look up at you with soft eyes, as if to say, this brings me joy. Maybe it'll make you feel better too. It's an emotional gift, not a play request. And when you bend down, touch it gently and say, thank you. You're not just accepting an object, you're receiving a piece of their heart. These little gestures are their way of saying, I choose you, and to prove it, they don't just bring you gifts. They follow you everywhere, as if you're the center of their tiny universe. Number 8. They follow you everywhere. Wherever you go, they go. Living room, kitchen, even the bathroom. You stop, they stop. You sit, they curl up at your feet. People often joke that their dog is glued to them. But the truth is, in their eyes, you're not just their owner. You're their leader, their safe place. In the wild, dogs never separate from their pack leader. Distance from the alpha means danger, and for your pet dog, that instinct remains intact. So following you around isn't about dependency. It's a deep, instinctual love. They're saying, wherever you are, that's home. Behaviorists note that dogs with high emotional attachment tend to maintain a very close distance from the person they trust most. Sometimes they'll just sit a few feet away, needing nothing, wanting only to be there. When you cook, they lie quietly in a kitchen corner. When you work, they curl up under your desk. They don't need to speak. Just being with you is enough. To them, presence is love. And if that sounds familiar, smile, because it means one thing. You didn't just adopt a dog. You became their whole world. And if following you is a sign of deep connection, the next behavior is even more precious when they willingly share their most valued possession. Number 7. They offer you their favorite toy. Ever come home after a rough day and see your dog gently bring you their favorite toy? An old rubber duck, a worn-out ball. You might think they want to play, but sometimes it's not an invitation. It's a gesture of emotional sharing. In a dog's world, toys aren't just for fun. They're personal treasures, full of their scent, memories, happiness, and comfort. So when your dog brings one to you and places it at your feet, it means, this makes me feel better. I want you to feel better too. According to Science Alert, dogs can detect changes in human emotion through body odor. When they sense sadness or exhaustion, their instinct is to comfort. And the simplest way to show love is by giving you something that brings them joy. They don't need you to throw it. Sometimes all it takes is a glance, a smile, a gentle touch, and their little heart feels at peace. Because in that moment, there are no lines between human and dog. Just two souls speaking the same language, the language of trust. And when you look into their eyes, you'll see what science has already proven, that a single gaze can link two hearts as one. The Circle 6. They look into your eyes. Have you ever caught your dog staring at you for a long time, not barking, not asking for anything, just quietly, gently watching you? In that moment, time seems to slow down. Don't brush off that gaze. Because behind those eyes, something extraordinary is happening. In nature, direct eye contact between species is usually a challenge. But with you, your dog does the opposite, softening their gaze, making it warm, calm, gentle. Because they know you're not a threat. You're family. According to Japanese researchers, when dogs and humans share a gentle gaze, both bodies release oxytocin, the love hormone, the same one released when a mother looks at her baby. It means that when you look into your dog's eyes, your hearts are literally sinking. That's why on your lowest days, a single look from them can bring surprising peace. And for them, that gaze isn't just affection, it's a promise of trust. They're telling you, I see you, I choose you. So if you ever turn away and miss that moment, remember, that look is how they say, I'm here. Take a few seconds, meet their eyes, because in a dog's world, one look can say more than 1,000 words. And if a gaze is their silent, I love you. Number 5. They sleep next to you. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night to find your dog curled up at your feet or tucked in close beside your bed? They could sleep anywhere on the couch, on the floor, in another room. Yet night after night, they choose to sleep near you. That's not a coincidence. In the wild, dogs only sleep next to those they trust completely. Sleep is when they're most vulnerable, and next to you they feel safest. When a dog curls into a ball nose to tail, it's a self-protective posture. But when they stretch out, expose their belly, or rest their head on your leg, that's total trust. The belly is the most vulnerable part of a dog's body. If they expose it while sleeping, they're saying, I'm not afraid. I feel safe here. According to National Geographic 2022, there's evidence dogs actually dream about their owners. So when you see them twitch, breathe fast, or wag their tail in their sleep, it might be because you are in their dream. It's touching to realize you're not just part of their day, you're part of their night too. So when you find them sleeping peacefully next to, you don't push them away just because it's crowded. Let them stay. Because to them, sleeping beside you is living proof of love and loyalty. And when morning comes and you're about to leave, they'll know even before you say a word. Number 4, they know when you're about to leave. You haven't picked up your keys. You haven't opened the door. You haven't said anything, but your dog is already watching you with those sad eyes. They know. Even before you leave, they can sense it. Dogs don't need a clock. Their time is measured by your rhythm. A single small change, the sound of shoes, a shift in your breathing, the way you gather your things, is all it takes for them to understand you're about to go. When you walk out the door, they don't just see you leave. They feel the absence forming. And the moment the door shuts, the silence fills the house in a way that makes their heart ache. Some will sit by the door. Some will curl up on your shirt or blanket, holding on to your scent, not out of loneliness, but to keep a part of you close. And when you return, you already know. That wagging tail shaking their whole body, the excited barks, the paws dancing in circles. It's not just excitement, it's pure joy you came back. Just like you always do. Studies show dogs can recognize their owner's scent, even after weeks apart. To them, your smell isn't just familiar, it is home. So the next time you see your dog waiting at the door, know that in those eyes they're saying, "I missed you even before you left." And if waiting is the ultimate test of loyalty, the next behavior may touch your heart even deeper. A yawn that syncs with yours, as if your bodies breathe the same rhythm. The number 3, they yawn. When you yawn, you yawn. And your dog yawns too. You laugh and say, "What a coincidence." But it's not. It's actually one of the deepest signs of emotional empathy between dogs and humans. In humans, contagious yawning usually only happens between people with strong emotional bonds, like between parents and children. And scientists have found that dogs do this too, but only with those they truly love. When you yawn, your brain is signaling mild fatigue, stress, or relaxation. Your dog senses that and responds in kind, as if to say, "I get it. I'm with you." According to a study from the University of Tokyo, dogs only catch yawns from their owners, not from strangers. This proves that the emotional connection between you and your dog isn't just instinct. It's biological. Amazing, isn't it? A simple breath, a small gesture, and yet it carries the message, "I feel what you feel." And it makes you wonder if dogs can mirror something as subtle as a yawn. How many other emotions are they silently sharing with us that we haven't even noticed? A yawn, a glance, a sigh, all part of a language of deep understanding. And if that kind of emotional resonance warms your heart, the next sign will stop you in your tracks, when your dog leans on you like they're leaning on the one they trust most. 2, they lean on you. It's such a small moment, just a quiet lean, a warm body pressing gently against your leg. No noise, no need. But for a dog, that's no random action. It's a silent promise, "I trust you with my life." In the dog world, leaning on one another is a pack behavior. Wolves lean on each other for warmth, for protection, and to say, "I'm part of this family." So when your dog leans into you, even if just for a few seconds, they're saying the same thing. They can sense when you're sad, tired, or struggling. And instead of words, they offer their body so your heart can feel their warmth. It's comfort without speech, a kind of empathy even humans struggle to show. Sometimes they lean not to ask for affection, but to give support. They trust you enough to put their full weight on you, just like we lean on those we love when we can't stand alone. If you've ever had a bad day and felt your dog gently lean into your leg, don't move them away. Let them stay. Because in that moment they don't just need you. They're giving you the greatest love their little heart can offer. A silent lean, yet louder than any words. No matter what happens, I'm here. And when two souls are connected that deeply, even the way they breathe together carries meaning. Because even a sigh from your dog is a message of trust. 1. They sigh when lying next to you. If you've ever heard your dog let out a soft sigh just as they settle down beside you, that wasn't random. That was the sound of peace. Animal behaviorists call it a relaxation sigh, a deep exhale that signals total safety and contentment. Dogs only do this when they feel completely secure and satisfied. And if that sigh happens right beside you, it means I was waiting for you. Now I can rest. Many say real love needs no words, just a breath, a glance, a presence. For dogs, this couldn't be more true. One sigh could hold all their calm and might even be a quiet thank you to you, the one they chose to be family. Now that you know the signs, from the gaze, the toy, the yawn to the gentle lean, you'll realize dogs don't need to say I love you. They whisper it every day in the smallest gestures. That tail tapping the floor when you say their name. That little shadow waiting by the door. Those warm eyes that light up the whole room. A dog's love asks for nothing. It expects nothing. It doesn't need flowers or praise, just your presence. Because in their world, you are enough. So tonight, when your dog curls up by your feet or sighs softly under the warm light, pause for a moment. Look at them. Feel it. I am loved in the simplest, purest way. If this video helped you understand your dog a little better and warmed your heart with every breath they take, leave a comment below. How does your dog show you love? I'd truly love to hear your story. And don't go just yet. Because in the next video, I'll share why your dog chooses to sleep near your heart and the hidden meaning behind their sleeping positions, something 90% of dog owners have never realized. If this video touched your heart, hit subscribe and join me on this journey to discover the silent language of dogs, a love that needs no words, yet every dog lover understands. From one dog lover to another, thank you for listening with your heart.